Welcome to Tool Tech Geek. I'm going to tell you about some mods for these inexpensive multi-tools. This is a type of multi-tool that costs around $20 or less, and they have different configurations. I made a video discussing this a little bit, and I thought it would be ideal for mods because you could swap tools, and they have a torque screws that presumably will make the job easy. Well, it turns out it was a little harder than I thought. First of all, I will tell you a little bit about these tools. Size-wise, they are approximately the same as the SOG PowerPint. However, if we look at the weight, the PowerPint is 119 grams, and this is 158, so it's heavier than the SOG PowerPint. For reference, it's larger, for example, than the next tool, Sailor Mini. So that gives you an idea. Here's compared with the Roxxon M2, about the same width, but a little bit larger, much larger than a Leatherman Squirt, which is a keychain multi-tool. These ones are also considered keychain, but it's a little bit larger. In any case, I ordered two of the Bybury, which have this configuration. One has pliers, and it has the scalpel blade, it has the glass breaker, the hook, and a pocket clip. The other had the rescue scissors, blade, screwdrivers, and this blade with the file. Both of them have this blade with the file, kind of like a package opener with a file. So what I really liked is, I like these scales, I like the pocket clip, I like this tool set with the knife, the screwdrivers, but I didn't want the scissors. I wanted to have the pliers in this tool and the pocket clip in this tool. So to do that, all you need to do is remove the scales with a T10, a Torx number 10 that fits these screws, and you can start opening the pivots and taking layers out. So it is easy to take it apart, not so much to put it back together. And I will tell you what is the main issue if you want to try modding this. It was an experience that was kind of like solving a complex mechanical puzzle. The big problem is there are very, very heavy springs that we can see here. So when you take it apart, those springs don't line up with the pivots. So when you reassemble it together, it's easy to line up one side of the springs, but the other one has too much force and it will be hard to align. So I tried different ways. I tried assembling these and trying to line up these. It kind of worked, but it was very difficult. For this tool, it was a little bit easier to assemble this part and put the springs here, and then you will have to push the springs here with a lot of force and motor skills until it lines up with this. It was very difficult. It took me a lot of time to figure it out. I do not recommend if you're a beginner or if you don't have too much patience. On the other hand, if you like a very difficult puzzle, maybe this is a good thing that will keep you entertained, or it will challenge your mechanical skills. I assume this is made with specialized tools that will compress those springs. So doing it by hand, it was difficult. So I had to use two torque bits and a strong pliers to compress the springs, and then kind of hammer it sometimes. Not too easy to do. Didn't require too many tools, but it was a little bit hard. So, but in the end, I got the tool set I wanted, which is the pliers, and then you have a outside opening tool. So you have a Phillips, a flat head with a bottle opener. You have this package opener with a file, kind of like a nail file. And then here is the tanto blade. And then you have also the tweezers and the pocket clip. So this was everything that I wanted in this tool. I moved the other tools to the other one, which has the glass breaker, the cutting hook, and here it has this same package opener with file, and here it has a very sharp scalpel blade that I find tremendously scary, and it has a lanyard hold to use as a keychain or hang it. And this has these safety kind of shears. These are personally shaped to cut clothes in a sort of rescue situation because they are not very pointy. So in the end it was a challenge, but ended up with the tool that I wanted, and it was a lot of fun. I don't know if I would call it fun. It was a bit too much difficulty dealing with those springs, but nevertheless I ended up with the tool set I wanted, so I'm very happy with the result. Is this tool nice for EDC? I don't know, it's a little bit too heavy for my taste, so I don't know if I like it. It's very heavy because of all these beefy springs that cause all the problem with the mods. On the other hand, it's kind of a very substantial plier. It's larger than other ones that you can find in small tools. It's a bit, for example, longer than the one in the Roxxon, about same height. If we compare with a kind of small next tool, it's a thicker plier and longer, so you have a little bit more to work with, and it's spring loaded, so kind of nice. Do I recommend doing these mods? I don't know, depends of how much patience you have. In any case, I'm reporting it's possible to mod if you have good skills. Thank you for watching.